Hi everybody, it's Nicholas Ashbaugh. It's great to see you. I just wanted to take a moment here on the solstice and basically see what's coming through. So in the northern hemisphere, of course, we're going to be looking at winter solstice and then summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. The cool thing is it happens on the same day. So we're going to look at this pivotal energy point, not so much in regards to how much daylight you have, but in the fact that it's a portal for change. Movement. If anything has been stuck, we're seeing a turning point, and we're going to look at how to make things happen on Saturday the 21st. Let's get started. All right, please take a moment now, close your eyes, and let's tune in. See the rising sun, see the beautiful energy of the sun wrapping itself around you, and in that cocoon of light, let's welcome in angels, spirit guides, and ascended masters. We're going to pull 3 cards, past, present, and future influences, as we're looking at this solstice energy, seeing how to affect some change. So with the past, maybe an area of opportunity for getting unstuck. For the present, what the opportunity is that might be knocking. And let's see what's coming through also for the future. Okay, here we go. All right, I zoomed in so it's easier to see everything. 2 of Swords reversed representing the past lesson. 3 of Pentacles, which is what's coming through right here, right now. And this is what's around the corner if we figure out how to work with these 2. So let's start first with 2 of Swords reversed. Basically, this is a wake-up call, revelation, but what I'm also getting in my mind's eye is like an alarm clock that you've hit snooze on one too many times. Let's look at the traditional illustration because I think it will help. So the traditional 2 of Swords. Someone is either closing their ears or closing their eyes, hoping something will go away. Sometimes there's a lack of decisiveness, like I don't know what to do. When the card is reversed, it's actually the antithesis, which is you know what to do, but there may be this inner defensive stance where it's like, if I take this step, there's risk involved. Maybe it won't work. What I would say the flip side of this is that inaction guarantees that you're not going to be able to move forward. You're not going to move out of a situation. So the universe is inviting you to take a calculated leap of faith. Don't even see it so much as a risk. If you've done the homework, if it feels right, if you know that you need to do it, this is just acting upon that, okay? The other thing is if somebody says something that surprises you, like maybe I'm not the right one for you, or you shouldn't listen to me, or anything like that, listen to that. It is a wake-up call. They are revealing their true intentions or true character. Sometimes we wish we could unsee or unhear certain things, but lo and behold, we can't. So either there's this big light bulb moment where you know what you need to do and it's just a matter of acting on it, or there could be a spotlight on something that you wish you could ignore, but you can't anymore. So embracing the necessary and taking the step that comes after that. Acceptance is also a piece of this. I keep looking at this, which is, it's almost like you're giving yourself a hug with the traditional one. And by doing nothing, it's sort of like just wishing and hoping that someone else will solve it. But because we can fast forward and see Empress energy is in the future, reclamation of power and in fact embodying that energy of just basically making up your mind, taking accountability, taking ownership, that's the necessary next step, okay? Also, there could just be clarity. This can simply represent that something that vexed or confused or somehow obscured you before from seeing the path is no longer there, and you can see what needs to be done. Ultimately, I'll take it because it feels like there's a lessening and this sort of understanding that comes through. A lessening of the block and an understanding of the next step. Oh, this is really interesting. So protect the fledgling is what it says. And the card was reversed. So there is this energy of, again, protection that keeps coming through. And for many of you, it's because maybe you lacked the protection in the past. And that's why we're getting this Empress energy for the future coming through. Being able to see that you can be both the inner child is there, but also the parent, the voice of reason that you wish could have helped you in the past. You can coexist. And the parental version of you, the grown-up, is going to come through and save the day. You are your own hero. This is basically what I see with this. You've done a really good job of protecting yourself in the past. You don't need the same level of protection now because you're stronger. It's not because you can't do it. Well, there's a couple of things here. You could keep kind of overprotecting yourself, but it's inhibiting growth. And Empress energy, by the way, is also about birthing, rebirthing, developing. And so it's necessary to trust yourself and move forward. There may also be something that you've been holding on to, a project, an idea, a dream. But in order for it to spread its wings, it's like the butterfly escaping the cocoon, or the moth getting out of the butterfly getting out of the chrysalis, or the moth getting out of the cocoon. But you know what I'm saying here. It's time to break free. That blanket no longer serves you. You're okay. So we actually see maturation here as a general theme in the deep past, and I quite like it. Then it's no surprise that in this moment in time, Three of Pentacles comes through. And I love this illustration because it doesn't matter which direction this card is situated in, although it was favorably upright. It's helping you with the many reversals that we got here. Everything's cyclical. Things that once worked may not work now. Blocks that once existed are starting to fade. And now is a time to keep the wheel turning, the wheel of fortune in particular, but we have the Three of Pentacles here. So this card represents teamwork, which we can see in these beautiful marine animals here. I think they're orcas. And it also represents mastery and completion and success. And through the teamwork, mastery, and success comes recognition, which is something that is an outgrowth of the Three of Pentacles. For those that are writers and creators out there, now is the time to put the pen to paper, to turn the camera on, to put things out, basically, like broadcasting, right? So I get that this is a great time to announce new things, to create new things. And if you feel like you're at the finish line, it's time to let them go as well. If you're seeking higher learning of any sort, Three of Pentacles, of course, very much supports that and is associated with that. So signing up for a class, learning something new, again, putting things into a written form, even a blueprint or sketchbook or anything of that nature. That's what you should be focusing on, especially during the solstice. Let's go ahead now and take a look at the Oracle card, which helps clarify this. So we have the stag coming through representing instinct, nobility, and sexuality, but it was reversed. So for some of you, you haven't been listening to your instincts. And so High Priestess energy is something to focus on right now. And she's going to help you through the indecision or the procrastination. Because if you can see what will come next, or if you can trust that you have what it takes to get to the finish line and do what you need to do, then you break through that sense of stagnation, right? So listen to your instincts, trust them. The next one, nobility. We have the Empress coming through. You have what it takes, folks. Kind of fast forwarding to her, she has stars in her eyes. And one thing that you want to continue to do is to exude the star quality, which is confidence, authenticity, really important, the authenticity piece, transparency, and really believing in yourself. People that have like the X factor or star quality, oftentimes from a young age, they just exhibit this sense of confidence. We don't all have it that young and all the time, but it is something that can be worked on. And in this moment in time, I think just trusting that you can sometimes fake it till you make it when it comes to the confidence. And if you notice that there's a positive reaction when you just put your best foot forward, that's what you really want to play around with this month. Just really focusing on the I am worthy piece. And realize we are all connected to divine energy. When you think about the Big Bang Theory, all energy started at a very concentrated point, and then it expanded outward from there. That means we were all joined at the beginning with that same energy. We are all connections to that. And by the way, everything on this planet is stardust, right? The Earth was created by the explosion of one or many stars, and so we all have that ability to shine within, and we're all interconnected. So if you're starting to feel less than or not worthy of, realize you, like everything on this planet, has star quality. Just embrace it. The sexuality piece is really interesting because it's connecting to the lower chakras, particularly the second chakra. expression is what we can also ascribe to that. So the lover's energy, we want it to be the lovers, not the devil. The devil is about having constraints and also conditions placed on love. So unconditional love, starting with unconditional love of yourself. It's often challenging to have that towards others, but if you can just start to look at yourself and think, I love who I am, I'm working on certain things here, and I'm giving myself time and credit for being the best that I can in any certain day or situation. It's not about perfection. It's about continuing to work hard and loving yourself every step of the way, through thick and through thin. And maybe it's time to focus a little bit more on having fun and expressing yourself. In relationships, yes, this can be about romance, but it can also just be about expression. Wear what you want to wear your hair the way that you need to, love who you need to. If there's anything now that is holding you back, you can successfully transfer through that block and transmute it into something really, really successful. Let's see what the future holds. As we look beyond this and, over the next 3 months or so, Empress energy is presenting herself. She is reversed, but the key here is to connect to that projection of I can do this. It's already out there. The goal that I have, it's there. I just need to catch up with it. Somewhere, once I believe that I can and I will do it, it's now just a matter of synchronicities lining you up to that. Now, there may be someone in your life that comes in and makes you doubt yourself. They ask you, are you sure? Do you think you really can do this? And one thing that you really want to be able to do is say, yes, this is what I want. I believe in myself. And if they don't, so be it. This is a moment where you know that you don't necessarily need that approval from somebody, and you can recognize who your friends and allies are from people that maybe don't have your best interest at heart. There could also just be a boss, a friend, or a parent who has a difficult time giving you freedom. And this is a moment to reclaim your voice, your freedom, to say and do what you need to do. And if you've been holding on to something, let it go. Birthing energy is definitely a part of the Empress. It may take another month. I'm looking at that circle behind her. It almost reminds me of another moon. Give it a month or so for this to really imprint on your energy, but you do have what it takes, okay? And entrepreneurial energy coming through for 2025. Independence, freedom. This is really what I'm getting from this as well. And let's see what the Oracle card is saying in addition here. So we have practical intuition. Interestingly enough, it's kind of connecting us to this instinct card that came through in the present. So using your gut instinct and your intuition in everyday situations, and seeing it also as like practical magic, if you will, because when you're very much in tune with what is and what's happening and what you can do, then the sky is the limit. You're not going to make mistakes, and you're really going to be able to embrace all that is out there. Taking more time to tune in, I feel like, is another takeaway from this spread. So let's quickly review everything, and then I might pull a final card just for clarity overall. Like, what's this whole solstice about? The main thing that we're seeing from the past that may need a little bit of work, and you can meditate on today, is action. Like, there's something that's revealed itself, but acceptance and action really is what this is representing. Then we see the need to basically put things into motion, into writing, and to start working well with others, because teamwork makes the dream work. Ultimately, a leadership opportunity presents itself as we look beyond even this solstice into the next 2 or 3 months. But there's still some confidence building that needs to be done. So before we get into the next celestial or lunar event, let's really focus on finding that inner strength, right? And believing in yourself and being able to really embrace. And then again, in the clarifying cards, we saw not feeling like you have to protect yourself because you're stronger than you think, trusting instincts, feeling noble, able, and worthy, and expressing yourself a little bit more, and maybe making more time for romance and friendship and this team energy that we see here. And again, just intuition is a general card. Before I change the camera, we're going to look at just one last card. If you have a takeaway for today, what's the big idea? Oh my gosh. So whenever I read with this deck and this card comes through, it's pivotal. So I'm going to pull one more with this just because To me, this marks a significant shift or change. So we'll talk about it in a second. Okay, Six of Wands, success. Okay, so we just got multiple validations here. Six of Wands, look at how all of those hands are reaching out and saying, I need some of your time, your energy, your insights. You also might have an opportunity landing on your lap. And we see this wreath, almost like a congratulatory wreath of recognition that's coming here with the Six of Wands. You're leading the charge. Nobody's on the horse, though. So it feels like, again, there needs to be someone taking the reins. One more time, we've got that. There may be travel that's necessary to make the next movement happen for you. Moving into a relationship, out of a relationship, moving from a physical location to another, whether it's like you're changing just addresses or maybe changing geographical locations from like one part of the world to another. Also moving up, moving out, moving on. I view this as like right after the World card. So thinking even bigger. No limits really right now are allowed. Allow yourself to go above and beyond. Apollo's in the other room, but we're going to wrap up now, and I'll talk a little bit about what's coming through for the end of this month. But first things first, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for taking some time to be here. I wouldn't be here without your love and support. And if you want to learn a little bit more about me, by the way, subscribing is a great way to make sure that you never miss any future videos or notifications. You can also give me a follow on social media. It's always my full name, Nicholas Ashbaugh, on all the major platforms. And also on Blue Sky, it's nicholasashbaugh.com, which of course is also my website. If you'd like to give back in the form of super stickers or super chat, I welcome that. And as promised, I just want to give you a quick update on all things going on right now. So Apollo's feeling so much better. I'm going to hold back on putting a picture of him up here because some of you may not want to see the stitches. I might do that on social media elsewhere. But he is improving. They're healing well, and they come off on Christmas Eve. So he got attacked by a dog, if you didn't know what was going on there. I'm feeling better too. The lightheadedness and nausea have gotten now much, much better, and I can focus. I really just needed to take care of myself for a week or two. So thank you for allowing me to focus on Apollo and myself so that I can continue to do great work here. And with that being said, I will be here on New Year's Eve, and there's going to be a lot of videos coming out over the holidays, health and situations providing here. But yes, I hope to get all of the videos out by the 31st. And I'm going to do them a little bit differently this month, where I think I'm going to try to aim towards like 35 to 40 minutes without skipping anything, just kind of adjusting the pace so that they're more digestible. And I know that that's been something that some of you wanted me to try. So now I have a great reason to do it. So it's going to allow me to produce them faster. And hopefully next week we'll be releasing 1 or 2 per day between now and the end of the year, so you can get everything that you need. Lots of love and light. Thank you for allowing me time to heal. It's so good to see all of you. And I'll be back on the weekend, Sunday, always here at 9:15 a.m. Pacific time to do the live streams. I've been doing the daily cards every day, and you'll have January monthlies over the next couple of weeks. Good luck, everyone. Have a great solstice, a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.